Hi guys, this is Joel with Guitars United, and today we have a really cool guitar. We've only seen one of these in 20 years that we've been repairing guitars, and this is called a Kasha Gibson MK-35. So it's a Gibson MK-35 in vintage Sunburst, and we got this in on trade about a month ago, and we actually bartered with a gentleman to install some new LED lighting in our shop for this guitar. He went gaga over it, and we were like, hey, would you install these for us? And he did. And he did an awesome job. So if you've noticed the color change on some of the videos, that's because we have actually some really cool new LED lighting. They produce zero heat for the guitar, so it's just very safe for our instruments. And plus we're in Florida, we don't need any more heat. So so basically what's going on is it's just it was an experiment they did between 75 and 78, and so 1975, 1978, and they had hired two scientists, audio engineers from Florida State University to come and design this guitar. And so what kind of makes this guitar a little different is you'll notice that the bridge system is a little different. They call it an asymmetric bridge system. And what they've done is they've added more mass on the bass side and taken away some of the mass on the treble side. So some of these things are very logical. You know, it's going to be brighter because of that. I mean, to me it makes sense. They've got a different shaped headstock than you would normally see on a Gibson guitar. And you know, if this guitar was coming from audio engineers, there's a reason why. It's probably because of the straightness of the strings crossing over the guitar nut. Some of the materials they used are really awesome. This is a solid mahogany back and side, solid spruce Sitka top, and it has yeah, in that gorgeous is a 77.
I love it.
And the binding's aging beautifully. I mean, it's an awesome guitar. It's got a mahogany neck on it, got an unusually shaped heel on it. So again, I'm sure they were testing every little aspect of the guitar to make it, you know, to make it sound different or louder, or, you know, just what their goal was. There's not a ton of information out here on these MK-35s, so this is what I'm imagining is to be a very logical build. And so I can tell because of the asymmetrical bridge system, they also have what they call a fan pattern bracing system inside the guitar. So just overall, it's awesome. Apparently this pickguard is a removable pickguard, but you know, we looked at it. I don't really want to mess with it because it's vintage. I don't want to mess it up for the new owner, and so it doesn't look like it's removable to me. It looks like that puppy's glued on there, but I'm not gonna mess with it. It's really cool.
That's cool.
It's got a Rosewood fingerboard on it. They're saying it's a 3-piece Rosewood fingerboard. I can't see the differences on them. Maybe it's in between the frets where the frets are installed, but I don't see like lines going down the middle.
Yeah, I mean, it's very smooth.
It's absolutely a beautiful guitar, and so we're very lucky to have gotten this guitar in, and fortunately we were able to barter to get some new lights in here for this gentleman because he's my electrician. And so it's got some nickel hardware on the back here. It's just got some unusual looking tuners. Pretty much nothing on this guitar looks standard. It's a little bit different. It's not a dreadnought body style. It's a little bit skinnier of a waist. You know, it's got you know, a little bit smaller body. It's definitely, it's not an orchestration model. It's not a dreadnought. It's like right in between. It's got a bone nut on it. And some of the innovative things that they had is that back then this saddle, apparently you can just slide that puppy out and slide a new one in. I'm not sure exactly what they were thinking, but it was just a real easy saddle to adjust. It literally has a little slot right here. You can just push it right on out. You'd have to reduce the string pressure to do that, but for different action or different feels of the guitar, apparently it might have come with some different hardware. We didn't get it. We only got the guitar by itself. We didn't get a case or anything with it. So it'd been kind of cool if we got a case and some other hardware with it. I'm not sure if other stuff came with it. Please comment below if you guys have gotten one of these when they were new, and you've maybe I've got some pictures of all the case candy that might have come with this guitar, because I'd be curious to see it. But anyways, this is the Gibson MK-35. It's a 1977. And so what do you think about it as far as, like, you know, how it feels to you? Is it heavy? It's pretty heavy. Huh?
Yeah, it's a little heavier than like normal acoustics. I love the coloring, like the bright yellow contrasted with the darker color. It just makes it vivid.
It's beautiful.
And then like you said, the binding is a different color also, but the contrast is good.
Now this binding was like a bright white.
Oh, really?
When it first came out, but you know, UV light changes that.
And so, it's still a pretty color though. It's a yellowish tone that like matches with this.
Yep. It's really pretty. We love what vintage guitars look like because of that.
Yeah.
And also, guys, this is still a nitrocellulose finish on this guitar. You do not want to put it on a guitar stand that has like the yellow rubber piping on it or the orange rubber piping on it. It will burn into the finish. You always want to be careful. This is a vintage style they're still using today. So you got to kind of be careful about where you put this type of guitar. You generally want to put it on a nitro safe stand or a wall hanger, or Gibsons in general, we just put them in the case. You know, they'll look new if you continue to do that. Some of the cases out there, they can be craptastic, and you want to make sure you don't get the ultra cheap, you know, hard shell cases, because some of the glues and stuff might interact with the finish. But you know, if you have a Gibson, generally you're not buying an ultra cheap case anyway. So
yeah.
But
protect it.
This guy, he's going to love it, and he always comes to me and asks me all the questions on how to preserve his guitar. He's got a bunch of them he's gotten from me throughout the years, and so we love bartering. So why not, you know? Alrighty, well, thank you so much, Katie.
Of course, thank you.
Bye, guys.